All right, today we are going to answer problem number 12, which asks you which of the following could represent one of the factors of this expression, 3t squared minus 7t minus 6. In other words, we need to factor this polynomial. So, the way we can factor this polynomial, I commonly use this term AC adds to B, which is a method also known as grouping. And the reason for this method to be preferred is it works when A equals 1 and when A is not equal to 1. Okay, so here's how we do this. The general formula for quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. We look at the a, b, and c. In 3t squared minus 7t minus 6, this would mean a equals 3, b equals negative 7, and c equals negative 6. You could easily circle this to help yourself recognize these coefficients and constants. Okay, what we look at now, and it's easy to set up a t-chart where we have the product of AC, which is 3 times negative 6 or negative 18, that adds up to B, which is your negative 7. So we have to look at our factors of negative 18 that add up to negative 7, which would be negative 9 and 2. The way to double check that is, does negative 9 plus 2 equal the negative 7? Then we know we're using the right factors. Our next step is to replace our middle term. So we have 3t squared. Instead of the negative 7t, we're going to write negative 9t plus 2t minus 6. Well, now you've taken a trinomial and made it a polynomial of 4 terms. So we take the next step is to group the first two and the second two. We look at our GCF in the first group. That GCF would be 3t, and we're left with t minus 3 inside. We look at the GCF of the second group, which would be the number 2, and we're left with t minus 3. Now looking at the entire expression, we look at what's in common to the whole thing, and it would be t minus 3. When I take it out of the first group, I'm left with 3t. When I take it out of the second group, I'm left with plus 2. So my factors are t minus 3, 3t plus 2. The question is asking which of the following could represent one of the factors. So all I need is one of these factors to be an answer. So t plus 3, no, that's not minus 3, so it can't be that factor. 3t minus 2, no, I had 3t plus 2. So therefore, my answer should be C, and I always double check the last to be sure that, in fact, it is not one of the factors. So I'm comfortable saying that one of the factors for this trinomial would be 3t plus 2.